time. You can call this eternal time if you want. And this is the time as we understand it. The basic difference is you can only understand in the context of Plato's cosmology, or even more, his conception of the universe. So, for example, if we take his dialogue, which he is referring to, Timaeus, where Plato explains his cosmology. So in Plato's universe, come into being, universe, not out of nothing. Universe is crafted or fashioned by a being which is similar to God, but different as well. Like, for example, Islamic and Christian God and Jewish God. So Plato's God is basically a craftsman. In Quranic term, you can call it Musawwir. So in Quran, God is also called Musawwir. But he is not just Musawwir, he's Khalik as well. Plato doesn't have any conception of the Khalik, neither the whole Greek thought. Conception of creation is very Abrahamic thought, where you talk about creation ex nihilo. This is what we call takhliq, creation. And God is Khalik in all three Abrahamic religions. Khalik. Creator. But this God of Plato, who he calls demiurge, is not a Khalik. He is a craftsman or Musawwir. So he fashions the universe out of the material which is eternal, I think. In Abrahamic religions, God creates the material as well, so that's why he's Khalik. And he then fashions as well. But in Plato's conception, this craftsman or this god of his, this demiurge of his, doesn't create, but he crafts this universe, fashion it from the material it is already given. And I think there are two types of material. One is the content, matter, maybe, yeah, which is eternal, I think. And the other is forms. They are archetypes or prototypes, forms. So he takes this and this, and he fashions or crafts the universe. So these two elements, which are I think eternal, they are already there. So before this creation, you call it, or what's the word, fashioning or crafting. There was no world. What the type of time which was there was eternal. That's what he called eternal. Aristotle, ion. In this eternal times, uh, in this eternal times, there is matter, and I guess there are forms or just forms. They are everything is perfect. And perfection for Greeks mean no motion, unchanging. So this eternal time is there's no motion in this time. So motion is introduced only when this craftsman fashioned the world, our world, according to these perfect forms or archetypes. And this creates motion because although he fashions the world according to the forms which are perfect, his fashioning is not perfect. They are not the exact copy of the form. If they were the exact copy of form, there would not have been any motion. And with this motion, time is created in our sense, or before that, I'm not sure which this type of time is chronos. So that's the basic distinction our author, what's his name, this discussion of Convent we just read is referring to. Let's go through it again. Plato followed Pythagorean strain of argument which distinguishes between limited and infinite time. So ion or eternal time is infinite time. If it is infinite, and then our time chronos, that is limited time. So in his cosmological dialogue, Timaeus, he speaks of time as moving image of. So time, this chronos is a moving image, because image of eternity. So because our world is fashioned on that eternal world, but our time is moving because this fashioning is not perfect. So it's the moving image of eternity. It's a dynamic. So it's an image of eternity. It's not eternity itself. So in Republic, you see that he talks about eternity as the perfect, and our world is just a shadow of that reality. So distinction between eternal time is rest in unity because there's nothing to change. It's perfect. Everything is interconnected perfectly. And the time of those states which affect moving and sensible things, of which generation is the cause, affect moving. So time of those states which affect. So once the craftsmen start crafting our universe on the model of the perfect universe, then the whole dynamic thing is set in motion, because this is the image of that. It's not the real, and it's not perfect in that sense. So that's the second difference between